Well, listen, I'm aware of Mr. Milson's plan. I'm aware that he wants to hug everybody. I'm aware that he wants to hold summits and talk about issues. The fact of the matter is we've proven what we're doing. We put our money where our mouth is, and we've stepped up to the plate. All of those things we've done. So my commitment is to continue building on that success. There's nowhere I won't go. There's no one I won't meet with. I'm not opposed to having discussions with any political party, any labor group, anyone else. But we have a plan, the plan we're going to implement, the plan we're going to move forward in, and I think it's a plan that people appreciate and have respected over the last 8 years. Well, that's fairly rich coming from Mr. Milson, because when I look at the unemployment rate when he was the mayor of the city in 1989, it was 8.2%. In 1990, it was 9.0%. And when he left office in 1991, the unemployment rate was 12.5%.
Drew, if all three of the major candidates are bringing up infrastructure as something that needs to be done, does that maybe point to a deficit that's been left by the last council?
I think it does two things, Chris. I think we look at a deficit that was created long ago that this council has stepped up to the plate and begun to address and has made significant investments. We have put our money where our mouth is. I think it's also fair to say that Canada-wide, and if you look at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, there is an infrastructure deficit nationwide that all municipalities have banded together to try and address. But it's this council. We haven't relied on FCM. We haven't relied on AMO. We've actually allocated the dollars, and that's what I'm talking about today. Dedicating and allocating the dollars from the budget. These are unallocated dollars that we're adding to the budget, recognizing that this is important. This is important for business. This is important for the residents. And this is stuff that we need to get done. And so I'm making the commitment today, and this is the difference between me and my competitors. I'm telling you how we're going to, we've done it. I'm telling you how we're going to do it. I'm giving you the details. This is not a sexy or glossy brochure that's made by someone in Toronto. These are actual details that, from a guy who's been around the table for the last 8 years, who's put his hand up and made the investments and will continue to make the investments for this community.
The $268 million, that's on top of what's already kind of been earmarked for roads and sewers?
That is if you look at, we always prepare a 5-year capital plan. So this is the 5-year capital plan, and I'm taking unallocated dollars, so dollars that haven't been committed in that plan for the future year, and I'm saying this is so important, we're going to make that commitment today. Before the elections happen, as mayor, I'm making that commitment that we're going to allocate those dollars for roads and sewers today.
Are any of them new dollars, or are they already in the budget the way it's in the capital budget envisaged?
They're dollars that already exist. They're dollars that are unallocated. So I'm making the commitment that this is a priority project for us, that these are priority projects, priority allocations, and we're putting that in the budget to make sure that those are committed ahead of the election so that people know what direction we're going to take after we're elected.